2014 Jeep. What's going on, y'all? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkahs, whatever you celebrate, or just happy days if you don't celebrate any of that. Hope y'all are doing well. What's going on? We're doing a Christmas Eve special. It's going to be a quick one. Just want to wrap up the week. We had an early week. Markets are closed today in observance of the Christmas holiday. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We've got crypto total market cap. As usual, we'll start with crypto and then get into equities later because there are some interesting things over there in that sector. So anyway, Bitcoin in the total market cap. Pretty nice attempt on the breakout here. We need confirmation though, but this is a pretty good step. I do like that. Nice basing pattern coming out of this downward sloping channel, which traditionally do break out to the upside. And so we're attempting to do that. We do got a little pressure on the mama right here and kind of right around the 55. So do need follow through. This is very constructive, but I don't think it's warranting full bull tard mode yet. Let's go over to Bitty Bits, Mama Bear. Mama Bear is attempting to do the same type of thing, almost breaking out, but it's only been one day. And we got the holiday weekend, so it's probably going to be pretty low volume, pretty slow. You can even see this whole week has been pretty abysmal with the volumes. But attempting to break out. We're not out of the woods yet. You can see DMI is still bearish. It is coming back into the neutral zone as the bulls attempt to break out of this structure and regain dominance. But right now, it is not confirmed yet. And I really won't be super excited on Mama Bear until we can at least get back above the 21 EMA on the weekly. Very, very important. As we've talked about before, when we get these open and closes below the 21, that has marked almost every single top. Even in coronavirus, we opened and closed below it, and the next week we went down 33%. So it's not something to ignore, that's for sure. And now we rallied. We're rallying right up against the bottom of it, which is residing at currently around 52,000. So we'll see if we can close above that. Let's jump over to futures real quick. Yeah, futures closed right underneath it too, so we're not out of the woods quite yet. For me to get bull boner all the way, I really need to see open and close back above the 21 and preferably 2. If we got 2, then I would start looking for probably new highs, over the next month or two after that happened. Because don't forget, this is a weekly time frame, so it does take a little while. And you can see here, we still are kind of making lower lows, lower highs. This might be the first attempt to make a higher high on the very intermediate structure. We did kind of consolidate in this nice 618 zone right on the long-term moving averages. So decent by the bulls. We just have to be a little cautious here. We're still below the VWAPs and below this major resistance at about 54,000, as I previously mentioned. So until we get back above that, it's good so far, but we just need a little bit more. I do like the 458 is looking pretty good on the DMI and the RSI and stuff. The one thing, though, pure price action, just looking left, you can see this little swing high right at about 52. It looks like 52 is the short-term resistance with 54 handle being very, look at all this resistance right here at 54 handle. So there's a lot of resistance up in that zone. A lot of supply that the bulls will have to gobble up before moving on. But this is looking fairly good. I would really like to see this be taken out, though. This little swing high at 52 on the lower time frames on the 458, which, is about an hour, 8 hours. Sorry, not an hour. You can use an 8 hour, too, if you don't have a TradingView Premium or Pro or whatever, because they don't let you do, I don't think they let you do custom time frames. And definitely not on the free one. But anyway, we are above. The one thing that is good about this, we are above all the EMAs. Unlike here, we were well below them. And now we are attempting to reset and go full bullish. So that's pretty cool. We just need a little bit more confirmation. That's all. But we're getting close. I do like this close yesterday on Ethereum for the real short term. Longer term, it's still technically a lower high. We are starting to make some higher lows on the daily, going back about a couple of weeks now. So that's pretty good. But just kind of like Mama Bear, we just got to go a little bit more. We need a little bit more strength. One thing that is concerning is Ethereum is not in the power zone on the lower time frames. And it actually is not even in the neutral zone on the daily, which is very different. Bitcoin is in the neutral zone. Ethereum is not. So that's a little interesting. I didn't notice that before. I do like that. Again, I do like this candle though, that it took all these EMAs out. That's cool. Right now, real short term, 4,000 I would say is very critical for the bulls to hold. I think if we lose 4K, we probably come down into the 38s again, and then the bulls will really get tested to see if they're able to defend another higher low at around 3,800. Yeah, breaching here at 3,950 would be kind of bad too, but I think bulls can kind of wick it down to about 38-ish, 3850-ish, and it'll still be okay. And also depending on how the candle closes and all that. But right now, it is trying. But man, just like Bitcoin, it's just at that cusp. It's like it's almost wanting to look super bullish, but it's not quite there. Weekly, the one thing that we talked about in the last video was that it was nice that Ethereum was holding the weekly. So this is pretty nice. All things considered, defending the 21. Again, though, the weekly, I'd really like to see. It looks like let's zoom in. It looks like 4150 is kind of like mid 41 handle is kind of the mega resistance area right now. So as long as we're below that, it looks fairly constructive. But I would like to see that taken out in the next couple of days and have this weekly actually. If this weekly could close above last week's open at, again, well, look at that, right around 4150. So if we could engulf this, that I would actually turn pretty bullish if we do get that here in a couple of days. That'll be Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So that would actually be pretty sweet. And again, just kind of like Bitcoin, we're just right up under some major resistance on the medium and lower term time frame. So we'll kind of just see what happens. And I'm not taking or trying to front run any of this. It's too sideways choppy, and with the holiday weekend too, all kinds of crazy stuff can happen there. So I'm waiting for these weeklies to give a little bit more confirmation. I've nibbled a little bit here and there, like real small, but I really want to see a follow through on this. Now the futures on Bitcoin look on Ethereum, on Unicorn Man, they actually look fairly good. I like that it's coming back to test this doji and these little tweezer top type candle right here. And again, 41 fit, man. So mid 41 handle, very important. We could just round it up to 42 to give us a little leeway. But yeah, 41.50 to 42. As long as we're below that, we're not out of the woods just quite yet. I know it looks really bullish. NFT markets have gone bananas lately. They kind of played catch up after going through the shitter for the last month and a half or so. But yeah, we just need a little bit more, because technically we're still lower highs, lower lows on the daily. So the daily trend is still down, even though it's trying to defend itself here. Can't get too excited until we get a confirmation. XRP, man, rallying right up to $1. Rejection so far, almost about a 10% rejection. Man, again, too, just like the other ones, they're coming back to the early December highs, and it looks like so far it's just a little test there. And if we go to the weekly, yeah, same thing, 21. So it's almost there. We just need a little bit more time. And also, I would throw in, if we don't close, I almost want to say by the end of this year, if we don't overtake these numbers that I'm talking about on the upside on crypto, I think it's going to get kind of brutal. So the bulls, they need to really step their game up here, and not let this just turn into a little suckers rally, little relief rally before continuation back to the downside. So, and where would I really consider downside? If Ethereum went back below 3,800 at all, I think this would probably break down. And then we'd probably look for mid threes, like 33 to 35 would kind of be the next bounce zone. And conversely, we already know to the upside is about 4150, 4200. Just to reiterate that. And a lot of these are going to look the same. ETC coming right back up to the 21s. I mean, they're all going to be pretty much exactly the same type charts. ADA's is a little bit better. It actually does have a higher high from the early December run, so that's cool, but still major resistance at about 155, and we're kind of just chopping around in these little zones. You got the 116 to 130, mid 130s, and the mid 130s to the mid 150s kind of, and that's been respected quite a bit, as you can see, kind of going back here in all this chop zone. Been respected. I think any price back below probably about 130-ish, 133 even, is probably going to be bad for ADA. Again, Mama Bear is the easy way to just watch this in Ethereum. Unicorn Man and Ethereum, easy peasy, man. Major resistance. You just have this major resistance above like everything. It's just not quite bullish enough. I don't have any oscillators yet that are looking super sexy on the majors, except, I mean, I guess Bitcoin's 8-hour looks okay. ADA's 8-hour looks okay, but this, you got to be real careful on here. Like, so just for bias buster, when we flip it, when we see breakdowns, let's say we're in a bullish trend, this is what this looks like. When we see breakdowns, when we see the EMAs open up like this and start getting the same trajectory, and we got the long-term ones right below it in this instance, then you have to be real cautious. A lot of times those are fake outs. And I know we got to flip this back. There we go. So, but I was just showing that for bias busting. Sometimes that's good to do, flip the chart upside down. But yeah, so you can kind of see that we have the same approach right now with the EMAs opening up, but you have the dang 200 right above it. So yeah, what has it got? 10, 15% maybe before mega resistance. It's just kind of a dangerous spot, and I'd like to see follow through with the majors. EOS, same thing. I mean, all these are kind of the same. I'm just going to fan through them. I mean, they literally almost all have the same chart. Now, if they do start picking up, I will say Bitcoin, Ethereum, there'll be some great opportunities in some of these altcoins that are basing on these low ranges. I mean, even outside of everything else, Bitcoin Cash right here looks kind of nice. It is on this weekly 21. That's this red line right here. Let's see. Let me zoom in a little bit. I mean, this is kind of a saucer type pattern, especially if we can take out this about 465 area and get a body close above there. Right now we're kind of lollygagging. This is four candles now. This one closes in an hour and 40 minutes. Man, that's tough. This is tough. It's like it's almost there. Again, kind of seeing the same thing across the board. Almost there. I do like this daily candle that closed yesterday on BSV, closing at the highs above the last couple of weeks. So that's kind of good. Above 125, BSV maybe is okay. But again, this market's going to be following Mama Bear. XMR, nice rally yesterday. Wow, 10%. But again, right at kind of by the 21. The one thing that is actually a little different is the bulls are attempting to take the momentum away from the bears right now, and they are defending the 21 now to the downside. So that's a little bit of change of behavior on XMR there. But then you zoom in, and we still have this same stupid setup rejection of this early December move. Damn it. It's a little bit more time, guys, just barely. Dash, kind of same thing. Dogecoin, same thing. Hex, killer move on Hex. This is beautiful. Beautiful move on Hex. This is actually doing what we want to see on the other coins. Took out early December, and it actually went all the way back to mid-November and is taking that out and consolidating above it. So Hex is showing massive relative strength to the crypto market. Now, the one thing that is a little concerning is this is super vertical. This is very vertical right here. I mean, it is up almost 3x just from mid-December. So it's a little quick. I probably would look for some retraces into the mid-low 20-cent handle. But hey, man, relative strength on this. This is pretty good. If bulls can keep hanging out here above 26.5, it's not too shabby. Yeah, you can see though momentum. Look at all this volume too. This actually kind of looks like someone's just getting out. Yeah, I mean it's okay for now. I don't know if I'd be aggressively holding this now after this. This is a good trade. I took some of this a little bit, but I took most of it off, coming up against this trend line. I didn't get this last little super pump, but that's okay. But again, just like most of the markets, you just got to be real cautious, I think, with these rallies. I'm not 100% convinced until we get the weekly open and close on the 21 EMA on Bitcoin. All right, now to the equities. Weekly on ES, interesting close. Weekly up, big down, big up, right off the 21 EMA. That's pretty sexy. What's not sexy is there's no momentum. The weekly is just completely in the middle. All right, that kind of sucks. Daily, we're just right. I mean, yeah, it is technically a higher body close, but it's only like 3 points. That's insignificant to me, especially when it didn't take out most of these wicks. So that's a little bit of a weak close, in my opinion, for the bulls. I really wanted to see them close above this 47.37 area. If they would have done that, I would have been way more excited. Better clean this up so I don't run out of drawings. I would have been way more excited. I mean, the 3 hour, to be fair, there's a nice cluster of support right here. So as long as we're above about 46.20, it looks okay. But this is kind of a funky pattern, man. I don't see this pattern often in charts. It's almost kind of like a W, but it's not. I don't know. This is definitely an odd pattern. In the week, you can see just super mega chop fest here for the last pretty much couple months. Just up, down, up, three, up, down, three, whatever. So really need to get over this resistance. And just like kind of crypto, bulls need to kind of do it fast. I think, before the end of the year, definitely the first week of January. Would like to see that because that'll be like a full week. I think we have another holiday next week because New Year's is on Saturday. Yeah, so. But kind of a little sloppy, and you can even see on RSI we're not making highs yet. It's just not quite definitive enough. It's just really range bound to me. There isn't really any trend here. See, this is actually worse. This is still technically a lower high on the daily and lower lows. So, I mean, NASDAQ's technically in a downtrend still on the daily. And we didn't even get the weekly to get back above the 16,320 area. So that's not that great. And, with these 3 days on a low volume weekend or week, man, it's very skeptical to me. I don't know. I'm not buying that the selling is done. Not quite yet. Same here. Funky kind of patterns. It's like, oh shit, Armageddon, Omicron-ageddon. And then it's, oh no, it's okay. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, Christmas, Santa Claus. And then it's just kind of, And we're right between the 618 and 786. And this is kind of a funky pattern too. If we zoom in. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's kind of like I don't even know. Adam. Is it an Adam? An Eve? Kind of. I don't know. It's definitely different. This daily is the weird one. Definitely not your normal type of behavior, whatever the hell that means. But yeah, underneath like 36K on the Dow, I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just kind of range bound to me. I really think this is just like a 35.3 to 36,000, about a 700 point range. Until we're out of that, I don't really see real good momentum. Right up to the 200, nice, super nice daily candle here. I do like that. It did get follow through. Will it keep getting follow through next week? Check your crystal balls. I don't know. It's right in the middle of this stupid range. Once again, 8,000 videos later, we're here again. And it just rallied right up to the 21 EMA on the weekly in the middle of this range. I don't know, man. I don't know. If this could turn into a W and we just keep rallying pretty hard and then break up at 23.30 and extend this, that probably would bode for some new higher prices. But like, man, right now, this is just I'm going to take off some of these lines real quick. Right now, man, I just yeah, I don't know. It's still lower highs and lower lows on the daily. It's just not quite super sexy yet. And we're again 618,786. So not definitive enough for me quite yet. Dow not even making new highs. Is Dow making an H pattern right here though? Possibly. So if the Dow, I'm actually going to put an alert on here. If the Dow actually crosses up here above this about 16.4-ish level on a daily, we could probably see the market just turn and keep going to the upside and be like, what's up, bitches, let's go. Because this is a pretty decent H pattern here with a nice rally. And again, like we talked about, H patterns are cool because you know real quick that they can't go, they don't have much time to just do this and it's on an H. It pretty much needs to go boom, boom, consolidate up here. That's fine above this level, above the hump, but not down here. Now then that just turns into descending triangle action, right? All right, anyway. So just not quite convinced yet that, just kind of like Bitcoin. It's weird. It's kind of in the same boat. We're almost there. And then look where VIX and stuff went to. It's kind of like right on the mama on this major support area in the 17 handle, right above the trend line. The weekly, I mean, it doesn't look done to me quite yet. And the VIX is really showing that too. I mean, look at this, right on the mama, 55. I mean, this is usually where you get violent bounces, technically speaking. So I don't know, man. Something's just, my spidey sense is saying something's a little bit off. Nice rally on oil here. Very beautiful. Oil actually looks pretty decent above $72. As long as it stays above 72. It does look like the bulls want to give another chance. How'd that weekly close? Oh, my God. Man, right on the 21. A little bit above it, but that's close enough. It's close enough. That's like right on it. See if the next week, man, this end of the year is going to be really important on a lot of charts here so far. Ooh, Nat Gas, not a good daily close. This actually looks more bearish below 380 now. Yeah, I would start looking for buys, me personally, around 330 to 345-ish. It looks kind of like it wants to go there. This candle's pretty nasty right here on the 23rd. Not very sexy. Or 20, when is that? That wasn't the 23rd, was it? Oh, it does say the 23rd. Huh. Oh, I guess Nat Gas traded a little bit today. 24th. Huh. Yeah, all those commodities sometimes are interesting. See, this is another thing with the VIX. Rally right up to major resistance areas. I'm sorry, on the equities, and then the VIX rallying right down to the major trend line. Bonds rally right to the major trend line in the 200. The weekly still looks fairly constructive here. It's just right on the cusp. It's just like the other. It's like everything is just right there, man. And it's, I don't like when that happens because then it's really hard to read, and it's almost like 50-50. Like shit is just going to go bananas probably in the next week or two off of this structure. Notes, look at notes, just chilling here, almost doing a complex inverted head and shoulders. I mean, it's tough. TNX also right below. I mean, everything is just right. It's rallying right where it needs to reset oscillators and trap lots of people before continuing. And we're seeing, now I'm not specifically saying TNX, I'm just saying a lot of these charts we're looking at are kind of in that same boat. Kind of chilling out here. It's okay above 95 half. I mean, this is a pretty clear range, these candles here. You don't really have to get too crazy with that. Same here, pretty clear range on that. DAX, oh man, these stretch and go candles, That's the technical term. They're okay as long as you kind of stay above the close of the second one. So 15.5 is okay as long as we're above 15.5. But look, another chart going right to major resistance. Damn it, Bobby. Shanghai kind of lollygagging around here. Gold also rallying, so that's also interesting, kind of giving maybe a little bit of fear possibly coming up. I do like this weekly closing up on its top, but look again, right on the damn resistance. It's like everywhere. It's kind of like that. It's just really odd. So, maybe it's just going to be a boring rest of the year. I don't know, but something just feels off to me, and so I'm definitely light and mostly cash right now. Silver, kind of maybe some weird double bottom action, possibly. Back below 22.40, not so great. Let's see how the weekly closed. It's okay. It looks like it does want to go about to almost 24 off the weekly. But kind of sloppy, just like the Russell, just range bound like a mofo. 22 in shorter term range about 26. So until it's out of that, whatever. Platinum bouncing real nice off the 888s down here. Very good. I do like that. I do like this close. Platinum actually doing some pretty good things here. Above 950, this could be turning around. I do like that. It does look like precious metals kind of do want to do some upside rip face action. So that'll be interesting. Going right below the 200 weekly, which is this red line here. Interesting. So this also above 1880 is looking all right. GDX is printing almost an inverted head and shoulders here. Right? Interesting. Right to the top of the range. So it's a small one. But again, right to the trends, just like almost every other chart. How about world markets? Right to the trends, just like every other chart. So this just sums up every chart for us. Right to underbellies of trend lines, 200s, close to the weekly 21 probably. Yep, right on it. So this pretty much sums up almost every damn chart. Now, there was some big movers, and I'm going to get off because it's already been too long. Nikola is a proven fraud, whatever. It can pump 20%. That's cool. Tesla, been killing it off these lows. Right to the mama resistance. How about the weekly? No, we technically, Tesla, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice candle there. I guess Elon isn't selling anymore. Tesla actually is actually one of the better looking charts above $1,000. Not too bad. Let's look at some of the top traded, some Intel. Yeah, I think we're just gonna wrap it up because that's it. It's Christmas Eve. All right, so again, kind of these weird range-bound charts. They're kind of everywhere. We're kind of all rallying back to the major resistance levels and supply zones. We need confirmation to get back over there to get these bull boners going, and I do want to see that on weeklies. So for weekly, BTC needs to just at least get back over the 21 EMA, but ultimately I want to see it open and close above 55,000 on a weekly. If we do that, then I'll be probably looking for some new highs over the next month or so. And I think any price action, I think even wicking below 46,000 again, probably is going to bring us into new lows. And of course, I'm not saying anything definitively. No one knows shit. We just have to take what we got with the information at hand. And just right now, the bulls just really need to show that they're not bullshitting right here. And that they're going to have follow through. And there is a lot of work they need to do. Mega overhead resistance on most of these charts that we looked at. So the whole sector's agreeing like, we're almost there. And so on Bitcoin needs to get back above the 21 EMA. Ethereum needs to get back above 4150 to really about 4200. Let's give us a little extra. If we get the open and close on Ethereum back above 4200, 420, yeah, man. I would look for some, at least a test probably to like 45, and then we'll have to reassess. Maybe Santa Claus will bring the rallies to the crypto scene. I know there's some other cryptos that have rallied pretty hard, but most of the charts do look like the altcoins we fan through. So with that said, I want to wish y'all another Merry Christmas. Another one, I guess. What does that mean? I don't know. Merry Super Christmas, guys, and happy holidays, whatever you might celebrate. If not, have a great, super awesome weekend. I might do a Christmas stream tomorrow as well. We'll see how I feel. And have fun. Eat some candies, some pies, and get some cool presents, hopefully. Much love. I'll see y'all guys next time. Peace.